Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by A.G. Hines Company. Winter weather is here. If you are starting a project, a do-it-yourself project, you need winter building materials. You can't do it with the same stuff you do on a July project, because when you're putting it together, the elements are going to change on that thing. So you got to get down and talk to A.G. Hines Company. Gordon Hines, his family members, all down there. Four generations of Hines who have been involved with A.G. Hines Company going back more than 100 years. But get down there, talk to Gordon, his family, his team. The team down there is his family. It's great people. But they can help you find the right material for your project to make sure it comes out just the way you want. aghines.com, A.G. Hines Company in downtown Knoxville on Hines Street. All right. 11 games are in the books for the Vols, and we're starting to get a better feel for who this team is and what they do well, what they don't do well. I'm going to pick nits here. I'm going to get you guys to do the same. That's what we do on television. So I'm going to start with Will. Let me go ahead and put up the question if we could. Will, I want you to fill in the blanks for me. After 11 games, it's clear Tennessee needs more or better blank from blank.
I'm going to say running from Barnes. I think that Tennessee needs to press more. I think that they need to run more. We're in a world right now where Matt Painter's winning games in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, it just, the game's changed a little bit. And I think that Tennessee we're seeing them start to evolve and be a little more comfortable winning games in the 70s and maybe into the 80s. I think that kind of is, in this day and age, a defensive game. So I think Tennessee needs to press more. I think they need to run more. I also think in the half court, they don't have a lot of size. They don't shoot the three that well statistically on the season. So I think they need to get out and run as much as possible, because that's where the game's played these days.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Go ahead, Jim.
I would say more production from Jordan Gainy. He has not shot the ball like I know he's capable of. I mean, the guy shot over 48% from three a few years ago at USC Upstate. He's having trouble finding his range. And also with his production, that can also be, if you're not going to shoot well, get some assists or do some other things to help. He has not offensively played at the level that I thought he would so far. And I know he's a better offensive player than what he has shown. And they're going to need that from time to time. You know, Will, you're talking about they're not going to be able to shoot 44% on threes every game. That's true. I think Gainy is certainly capable of stepping up with his production. So I'm going to say they need more production from Gainy.
Okay, Mark Pancratz.
A quick answer is Vescovy. I think we need more from him. But a different answer, I think we need more of the same from Josiah-Jordan James. He's having a great start to this season. He is the calming effect. When teams go on runs, when we need a big shot, he's that guy right now. So we need him. A lot of these other guys, Gainy, Vescovy, Zeigler, Connect, they're all hot and cold. We don't know who's coming every night. But the one guy that has been there consistently this season is Josiah-Jordan James. So I think we need more of the same from him.
It's so interesting how his career is going to be looked back on. And if he had come in as a 3-star or even a 4-star, I think he's a fan favorite. It's a home run. He came in as a 5-star. Everyone expected him to be the next Michael Jordan. When you see 5-star, you immediately think, oh, he's going to have 20 points, 10 rebounds a night as a freshman. He has played well enough, and the fact that he came back and he's giving you so much, he just, when you need something, he kind of comes up and does it. And you look at it and it's like, well, what's he the best at? Well, really nothing, but he kind of fills in any gap that's up there. And I just think if he had come in with a lesser star rating, he would be viewed a lot differently than he is. Probably a little better than he is right now.
5-star players aren't supposed to be 5-year players.
Yep.
That's the way a lot of people look at it. I do remember interviewing his high school coach after Tennessee signed him, and he said that he's a Swiss Army knife. He will help you in so many different ways, but he needs to improve his shooting. And he has improved his shooting. He's shooting pretty well this year.
Yeah. All right. The one I wanted to throw in is going to make me look like a villain because of the great game Zakai Zeigler played last night. But it's still true. They need better ball handling from Zakai Zeigler. His assist level is here. You would think his assist-to-turnover ratio would be here. It's not. It's not a great assist. It's good. It's not great because his turnover ratio is so high. 3 more turnovers last night, more than 2 turnovers per game. He needs to take better care of the basketball, in my opinion, moving forward. And again, tough night when he did a great job last night. Probably did as much as anybody on the floor to get the win. But in my opinion, better ball handling from Zakai Zeigler. Agree, disagree?
Do you think it's just coming along though? Like part of that I looked
Part
at
of
as
it may
maybe
be
him
the
coming
AC.
back from the injury,
Maybe.
and so he just I don't know, knocking the dust off a little bit in the
I do
cobwebs.
think too is as from a coaching standpoint, when you're going, I do agree you got to play more up tempo. With that, there's going to be a little more turnovers. So coaching staff, you have to be willing to get. Sometimes you're not going to get a great shot, or you are going to turn it over a little bit more because you're playing at a faster tempo. So the coaching staff has to give him that freedom to have some of those turnovers and take some of those bad shots.
And I think Barnes has been. I mean, I think we would all agree he's taken a step.
Yeah.
This is not last year's team. This is not last year's game plan. So it is moving in the right direction. That's an interesting thing to keep in mind. All right. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the SEC basketball schedule. We'll show you some projections from a computer guru, how he says the SEC is going to stack up. But we're going to ask Mark Pankratz, our guru, if Tennessee should be favored in the SEC. Come on back on the Sports Source.